Hey guys, EndoPlasmite here, and we're back to another horror game. As you can see, we're playing a game called The Park, which I've seen two people play, but I've only watched one episode of one of the two, because I was specifically saving it, so I didn't know much of what's going on. I'm joined with a special guest actually over here. Say hi to Scout. She's asleep right now on the bed, so hopefully I won't wake her up, but we're just gonna get right on to this. The Park is a narrative experience best played in a dark room wearing headphones. It deals with subject matter may be disturbing to some players. During the course of play, the Park may manipulate graphics, audio, control settings, and your sanity. This is perfectly normal and should not be cause for any alarm or something. And hopefully Skype doesn't bother me, because people were sending messages through Skype. I forgot to shut it off. First chance I get, I'm going to shut it off. But also as well, I'm playing with a controller on this, because apparently you can do that. So this will also bring back this bad boy. Funcom presents.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
I forgot to say the park, by the way.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum.
Unfortunately for me, the graphics are going to run a little bit slow because of the fact that this is still a very crappy computer, which I'm going to be working on in the process. Well, let me rephrase that. I'll be in the process of trying to get myself a better computer. But it's not too bad. Unfortunately, I had it set to the lowest possible settings.
Attention patrons, the park is now closed.
Oh no,
Please
the
make
park
your
is
way to the car
closed.
park at your earliest convenience. Employees, prepare the park for shutdown.
Press A to interact with objects around the world. Using the plaque.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world.
A tribute to the untamed heart of Solomon Island and the people who use their talents to bring the dream of Nathaniel Winter to life. May this park be a place where joy and laughter are gathered and used to infect all those who follow after. Infect all those who follow after. Not suspicious or anything. Cutscene.
What?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath. Think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop!
Uh-oh.
I
Kid
think
ran
your boy
through.
just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
But how did he get through if the gates weren't already locked? How did he get through?
Callum, where are you going?
Echo bolt. Just come through. Achievement unlocked. I'm gonna take Island Park, Nathaniel Winter. I want to say that I've seen someone familiar before. But yeah, as most of you
There's
guys
something
know,
special about the entrance to an amusement park.
I'll get back to that.
A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream.
It's the kids up there.
It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave either.
Attention
See, if it was
employees,
me and I was
the
following
park is
someone,
now
I'd be
closed.
walking up the escalator.
Have a safe journey home.
Lights flickering right there. Whoa. Why'd it go dark all of a sudden? Yeesh, what the hell happened? If it was me, I'd be running up those escalators even though it's moving. Jeez.
The park.
Toggle
What
run.
happened here?
That's a lot better. So what I was going to say earlier was, you guys have seen that over time I'm improving things, changing things up. Such as, like in this case, you know that my computer kind of sucks for some things regarding making videos. But it's all a matter of time that I'm working on it. Unless she's tripping out or something. Have the park. Ferris wheel. Auto run. Bumper cars. House of Horrors. I can't see the other two clearly. Or I'm just gonna catch up because I probably should be doing that.
Callum! Over here.
Over here can mean... Oh, there you are. No, that's a flower. Oh, look. Statue of some sort. Okay, examine plaque. Examine
Chad the
plaque.
chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Let's try that again. Chad the Chipmunk welcomes you to Atlantic Island Park. Chad can be seen in daily ice cream sculptures showing in the following locations. 11 a.m. Sideshow Alley. 1 p.m. the Octotron. That's what it is, Octotron. 3 p.m. Park entrance. Chad the Chipmunk worst in class. Chad the Chip can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Wonderful. Just such poetry. Oh, God. I have a feeling that this Chad the Chipmunk is gonna be a big influence to
Callum?
what's going on.
Catch me, Mommy.
Where are you going? Is that a boat that's moving? I guess that is. Wish I had some sort of like flashlight. But yeah, also in the
Callum,
images.
stay where you are.
Come on, how do I get through? There we go. In the images that you see for the beginning of this, the Chad the Chipmunk that we see apparently is possessed from the appearance of it. So my guess is that, like I said earlier, something is going to happen regarding it. Ooh, there's cameras up there. Wonder what's gonna happen. And I can only see so far over, too. Ooh.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children.
Wonder
A
which story
boy
this is.
named Hansel and a girl.
Hansel and Gretel, my favorite!
They were very poor and had very little to bite or sup.
Bite or sup.
What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife one night. I tell you what, husband, we will take the children into the thickest part of the forest
Really?
tomorrow
Whoa.
and abandon them there. No, my wife,
What
I
bumped me?
cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool. Hansel
Can't
and
really see
Gretel
much.
overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep.
I
Do
mean,
not
on this,
fret,
it did
Gretel,
say to turn it to the
Hansel
lowest
said.
setting until
He
you can
crept out of the
see.
hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
Barely see the Ferris wheel, but at the same time, that barely means I can't see.
The next morning, the woodcutter leads the children into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives them a slice of bread and warns them that they will get no more food that day.
What is
Clever
that?
Hansel leaves a trail of white
that
stones
Chad?
behind them as they pass into the woods. When their father
No. Let me
the
turn
children
back.
waited
Let me go further to the
to follow
left.
the trail back to their parents'
It's gonna be
house.
behind me, isn't it? Okay, I guess
After
I'll just
receiving a thorough
wait.
scolding from their parents for getting lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without any supper. Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. "Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself," the wife told the woodcutter.
I don't see Chad.
In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
What's going on? Why is there all of a sudden just
Hansel broke his bread
vibrations?
into pieces and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them safely home. But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in
I'd
the
say
forest
more it's
for 3
abandoned by the
days.
mother. I mean, the mother was the one that wanted to get rid of them. It's dark in here, and I can't see
The
anything
children
else other than
stumbled
the
into
lights
a clearing with an
of the
exceedingly
images.
strange house. Its walls were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls.
Don't do it, Hansel.
Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is
That reminds me, have you guys seen a
at
movie
my
called
house?
Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters?
An old woman
I remember seeing it.
emerged from the
I
house,
just personally with me, I wasn't
sniffing
too
the
much of a
air
fan
and
of it.
peering around with clouds.
I mean, the story made sense. It was a good story, but the goriness is a little bit over the top just for me at least. Like, I wasn't freaked out or anything, but it's just kind of like,
But Hansel
wow.
and Gretel stayed back.
His head just got
The old
completely
woman
flattened and blood
reminded
flew
them
everywhere.
of their cruel mother.
That's
Come, children, don't be afraid. I have something for you. The old woman offered them 2
isn't me, or is
enormous
the
lollipops.
boat rocking a little bit more
The
than
children
usual?
took them and began to eat. You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside, the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
Children's gonna die.
Once inside the house, the old woman changed.
What is behind me?
She stuffed Hansel into a cage
And why am I like...
and put Gretel to work, sweeping and cleaning her hut. Your brother will make a good mouthful, the old witch told Gretel. Once he is fattened up, I shall feast upon him.
Pretty much she's a cannibal then.
Time passed, and poor Hansel refused to eat, fearing the day that the witch would eat him. The witch, for her part, grew impatient. Today I will cook and eat your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and light the oven. But Gretel pretended not to understand.
Well, that's a smart
I
move.
do not know how. Where is the opening? Fool, the old witch said.
Oh,
The opening
over
is
here now.
And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven.
How big is that
Gretel
oven?
slid a large iron bolt over the door to the oven. Gretel freed her brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children sat by the oven until the screams had stilled, and the witch was cooked.
Sorry about that.
And then, because even children can't survive on sweets, they divided up the body of the old witch and ate her.
I do not remember that in the Hansel and Gretel story. So, that was a nice story, but I've yet to find my kid. Outside. better turn around.
Callum, where did you go? Callum, where did you go?
That echoing though. And we are back. Almost. I'm gonna get off of this thing. I don't want to go through that again. I don't want to find that chipmunk. Let's see. No chipmunk. Why is your face back to normal now? It's all messed up the first time. But there's no chipmunk, so
Where
I
are
think
you,
I'm
Callum?
okay. So where is Callum? What trail?
Hansel and Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those
There's-
poor children. The
I
whole
think this
world
trail because I
against
went
them.
the other way
The
around.
forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents.
What's this?
I used to imagine that
Can I look at
Callum and
this?
I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree branches reach like claws.
Just looking around to make sure I'm safe. So you know what? I'm just gonna do this. Okay. I'm gonna leave it off for there for this episode, so I like break it up into different segments. So that's all the time that we have for this one. Thanks again so much for watching, guys, and showing your support. And this is EndoPlasmite giving a friendly reminder to keep it real, keep it cool, keep it real cool. Plasmite out.